When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are.
Good morning out there, YouTubers. It's Chrissy with I Can Make You Blush. This next video is on my homemade Z palettes and how I did it. And I didn't use a DVD case, and I didn't use a CD case, and I didn't use a RoseArt watercolor paint set. But I didn't have to buy these. So, well, anyways, I'll explain that to you when you watch it. So if you have been looking for a way to not spend $20 on Z palettes, then please check out this video. Okay, so let's get started. So first I'm going to tell you what kind of sparked this happening. Last week was my birthday, and I went to MAC to purchase some well, it started off, I just went to MAC to get some Pro Longwear concealers and some face and body, just products that I had used in the past that I wanted to work back into my routine and work back into my kit. But of course, you get in there and it's just like the magical world, just like Sephora, anywhere else, like Ulta, you just start touching and playing, and you're like, and then it's my birthday, so I'm like, I could justify buying a little bit more. So, 2 palettes later, I didn't buy 2 palettes, I'll explain that to you in a second, but, I started talking to the girl about shadows and what I had and what I didn't have, and it started with, she showed me, and I can't remember, I think it's this one, and for the life of me I can't remember what color this is. It started because she showed me a great shadow. We were talking about how we were hoping people get away from the overly like beat face contour within the next year or so, because MAC is really pushing the more natural contour instead of like the Kim K way. And so what she did was she showed me Wedge as a good contour color to like put over the top of a natural contour. And I told her, she said, asked me what colors I had, and I said, I probably have like 12 shadows at home, I just don't know what they are, and they're all individuals, because every time I would go into MAC, I would just buy 1 or 2 shadows. That was like my add-on to me going in for complexion things in the past. So anyways, I came home and I realized I went on ahead and bought a palette to just go with my one color that I want. And I was like, well, I think I've got like enough at home to fill it if I can figure out how to depot them. So I came home and I started going through my shadows. The reason I decided to build 2 is because my other colors were colors like this really bright orange, this like coral color, this blue, this green, and I was like, those cannot be in the same palette as those pretty naturals. So that's why I ended up going back and building a second one. But I had never done any depotting before, so I had to actually get on YouTube and find some videos, and thank you all of you YouTubers out there that have so many great tutorials on exactly how to do that, and it was so easy. And I'm not even going to make a depotting video unless you guys really want one, but I will tell you, there's plenty of videos out there that show the easiest ways. The method I ended up using, a girl had a video that was on a flat iron, and she shows you how to take apart the original pot, like the first step, and then you put it on the flat iron with a piece of aluminum foil, and it was easy. I only had one shadow disaster where I shattered a shadow, which was my fig one, and it made me real sad, but it's okay, I fixed it. Because there were other videos on how to fix broken eyeshadows. So the deeper I got into this, I started thinking about how I have, these girls that were making these depotting videos were showing you like bags and bags of plastic packaging like this that they were throwing away because they had condensed things down into Z palettes. And I was familiar with what Z palettes were. I just honestly, between being a sucker for packaging and not having a ton of time, I hadn't ever sit down and depot things and order one and all that. So, but this of course piqued my interest because I was doing nothing but watching videos. So what I did was I made my own Z palettes. There was another girl who had a video, because of course then I searched to make your own or DIY Z palettes, and hers were really cute. She had gone to Walmart and bought RoseArt watercolor palettes, and just literally took the tray with the watercolor out, put a flat sheet of magnet in there, covered it with a cutesy duct tape sheet, and then they were awesome. They were cute and they were small and they were great. They were about this big. But I was hoping to find something a little bit bigger. So when I went to Michael's, I went to the watercolor section and I found these. Ooh, I'm about to break these. I found these huge things and I was super excited. And then I got them home. They were sealed shut, obviously. I got them home, got them open. It turned out they were all like individually panned watercolors, and there was just no way I could use them for that. I might use them to like put lipstick or something, and I don't know what I'm gonna use them for yet, or I may just take them back. So I was kind of bummed because I had bought the magnet and all the cutesy duct tape, and I was like, what can I use? And I started going through my makeup, and the first thing I found was this, which I should have probably done a before and after, but I didn't know for sure if I was gonna make a video. This was a Sephora Pantone palette. It had 30, I believe, or 35 maybe, shadows in it. And what I did, it was super easy. I just popped out the bottom piece, and I put the magnet strip in there, and then I depotted all of this. Obviously, these are all my NARS eyeshadows, my NARS blushes. This is an old NARS bronzer, Hungry Heart, that they don't make anymore. I broke this one and I broke this one, so I had to repress them with alcohol, which there are videos for that on YouTube as well. These are all my Dior powdered concealers. I think this is NARS, I can't remember. These are 2 NARS Great Shadows for blending, and then this is a balm that Dior makes that you can press over the top of your makeup and it kind of puts everything away. So that's what I did, and then I covered it, because it said Sephora Pantone on it, I covered it with this cutesy duct tape so that if I have it in my kit or something, people won't be like, oh, you got that at Sephora. So yeah, that's what I did. And then I will say, I didn't take it apart because I thought there was anything wrong with those NARS, or those Pantone eyeshadows. I just was able to depaw all of those and put them into a much smaller case that I had as well. This was an old bedhead palette that had 8 shadows in it, and some of them were broken, some of them were down to like showing pan. I had like 1 or 2 left that I was going to salvage, and then one that was like I just wasn't going to use. So I just did the same thing. There's like always this connection part here, just popped it right out and did that. So I made this video really for those of you who are like, is she going to do a tutorial? What? No, I'm not going to do a tutorial. I will definitely share with you anybody else that has amazing tutorials, but I made it to show you that you may have things around your house that you can make your own palettes out of. I know as I was making this video a second ago and stopped it to restart it because I just saw this, I got this for $3 at Target recently. It was the e.l.f. Christmas palette, and they even had one bigger than this, and they've marked them down to like $2.88 or $3.88 or something like that. And I was just thinking I could use this as well to do the same thing, because it's got that plastic piece down in the bottom. I could just pop this out right here at this connection and make another Z palette. Just put that magnet in the bottom and do that. So, and that's not to say there's anything wrong with these pigments. But I would say for $3, it's cheaper than the Rose Art. You could buy an extra one, buy one to use for color if you really wanted it. And then use this for that. But they always have, like, you know, at Walgreens, they always have these like inexpensive, you know, grandma buys them for you because she knows you love makeup, but sometimes the pigment isn't always the best. They always have these palettes and you can just grab one and do that. And it's bigger. My thing was I wanted something a bit bigger to use because I knew I needed something bigger. So yeah, so that's my spiel. That is my DIY palette video. If you guys really, really, really want me to show you how I did it, or, you know, if you need anything, just let me know and I will definitely make another video. But I figured, like I said, that you guys can just search and find the same girls that I did, and they were amazing. And I'll put their links below, the depotting video that was really awesome and helpful, and the girl who inspired my, at least the way I did my Z palette. So I hope you guys are having a fabulous week, and I can't wait to see you next time on iCreate.
Girl, you're amazing.